My name is Jenna Cooper, and this is my Global Learning Project Initial Reflection and Plan. The person I'll be interviewing throughout this process will be Gianluca Estevez. He goes by Gino. Gino is from Winnipeg, which is in Manitoba, Canada. He is a 21-year-old, and he plays hockey for Michigan State University. So that is his reasoning for being in the U.S. Manitoba is about 16 hours away from East Lansing, so it's quite a hike for him to be here. But he came over quite frequently for hockey growing up, so he is very familiar with American culture, so it wasn't that difficult for him to come. But Gino and I are very similar, but also very different with our ethnic backgrounds. I'm actually 45% Scandinavian, and my family is very Scandinavian. We follow the books about it. And I'm also very Irish and Scottish. Meanwhile, Gino is Italian and Portuguese, but he also lives in Canada. But Gino's father actually immigrated from Portugal to Canada, so I'm not positive, but I think Gino was actually born in Portugal, so he's a Portuguese citizen technically. But his mother came from Italy to be with his father because they met in college, I believe. So they came to Canada because some of Gino's mother's family was in Canada, so they went there. But between the two cultures, I'm going to focus mainly on Italian for right now because I don't know much about his Portuguese side. But I know that Scandinavians and Italians are very similar in the sense that they believe in family and togetherness and just tight-knit families, and they do everything together and they love each other and they would do anything for each other. So I know those two are very similar, but the main difference between the two is Italians actually spend the majority of their time with their families. Very often, it's very common for them. It's a respect thing for them. But in Scandinavians, with us, we can be very independent, but when it's time for family to come together for dinner, we always have a family dinner that starts at 6 o'clock on the dot. It's very structured. But a difference between the two also is the fact that Italians tend to be hot-headed, and that is not how Scandinavians are. We're very chill and relaxed. But if Scandinavian families were to fight, it would be looked down upon and viewed as very disrespectful, and Italians, it's kind of frequent for them to fight, so that's also a difference. But one other thing that we have in common is the fact that we're Catholic. It's very common for Scandinavians and for Italians to be Catholic, so that was cool to find out that Gino and I have common grounds there. But some challenges I anticipate throughout this entire process is the fact that Gino's from Canada, and it's kind of a common thing for Canadians to look down on America as their little sister because we're below them on the map. But they view Americans as greedy and just mean and rude people. So I think that I'm gonna have a hard time trying to understand that and getting a full grasp on that. Other than that, I don't think it'll be that difficult for me. But some strategies I plan on using to manage my challenges is to be understanding and open-minded because Gino is obviously very different from me. We come from different places and different backgrounds. I also plan to do additional research about what Gino tells me about his culture so I can get a better understanding for myself. Because it's also going to be interesting for me to see how it's portrayed through media rather compared to how Gino sees it right away and how he experiences it. But my tentative plan for the two interactions are to just meet up with Gino, give him a rundown of what we'll be doing and discussing, and I think I'm going to try to maximize my learning the most by relaying what I've learned through this course, and the more I'm able to reciprocate what I've learned, it just proves to me that I have a full understanding, and if I can't fully say it to Gino, then I know I need to go back refresh. So I think it'll be good that I'll be able to say what I know. And I'm just kind of very interested in his own culture because I personally don't know anything about Italians. I have no Italian in me, but I have a little bit of Portuguese in me, just not a lot though, so I don't know much about it. But overall, I'm very excited for this project. It's going to open up my eyes a little bit more, and honestly, as a teenager that goes to college, I'm kind of in my own bubble, so I don't really get that much of a chance to open up and discuss it. So I think that this project is an overall good opportunity for me, and I'm really excited. I also wanted to say thank you so much for allowing me to take a little bit extra time doing this. Gino's been very busy with hockey because her season just started up, so it's been difficult to like try to communicate with him over this. But I want to say thank you, and I'm super excited to do the rest of the project. Thank you.